Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Fervid, nice to meet you. In today's hunt, we have 65 rolls of Toonies to go through. We're going to be looking for some color commemorative coins, as well as some key dates, and anything else that we might find in these rolls. Let's get straight into it. In roll 2, we get our first hit of the hunt. It is a 2011 Parks Canada Tribute. And towards the end of the second roll, we find our first 1999 Nunavut Toonie. And in roll 3, we find a Black Ring Toonie. This Toonie is a solemn tribute to the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022. And the first Toonie in roll 5 is a commemorative to 100 years of insulin research. When I first grabbed this roll, I thought it was pretty interesting because it was the first Toonie that I'd seen with King Charles on the obverse. I was not expecting to see what I saw when I opened this roll. Now, as far as I know, there are no Toonies with a reeded edge like this. Upon further inspection, I got a 50-cent piece. Please let me know in the comments below, have you ever seen anything like this before? And if you think that was wild, check out the rest of this roll. More than half of them contain both colorized and non-colorized versions of the 2024 tribute to the Royal Canadian Air Force. That was definitely a fun roll to hunt. In roll 10, we have a 2016 Remembrance Toonie. This is commemorating the 75th anniversary to the Battle of the Atlantic. Here we are in roll 12, and we find a 100th anniversary Toonie of the birth of the visual artist Jean-Paul Riopel. Roll 14, and we get our first 2023 Indigenous Toonie. In roll 16, we have a 2012 HMS Shannon Toonie. So we're on roll 21 now, and I have a whole bunch of these machine wrapped rolls. And they're really difficult to open, and as you can tell, I'm just using a small screwdriver to kind of peel away the edge. I'm just wondering what everybody else does. How do you open these? Do you just tear them open and then repackage them in a completely different roll? Or do you kind of navigate through the edge like I do here and then repackage them in the same roll? I'm curious what other people do here. So this is the same roll, roll 21, and I came across my first, I think they're called camel toe Toonies. From what I understand, these are fake Toonies. And this is a 1996 camel toe Toonie. As we carry on to roll 22, we have our first 2020 Victory Toonie. Roll 26, and we find a colorized Indigenous 2023 Toonie. In roll 29, we have a 2015 Toonie celebrating the 200th anniversary of the birth of Canada's first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald. In roll 30, we have a colorized victory toonie. Roll 32 is a 2017 Vimy Ridge toonie. In roll 35, we find a colorized insulin toonie. In roll 38, we find a 2022 Summit Series non-colorized toonie. Roll 41, this next toonie was issued to commemorate the 150 years of the Confederation. It's also known as the Northern Lights toonie. We're at roll 46 now, and we find our second fake toonie, this time a 2004 fake toonie. I'm going to put a link in the description to a website, cameltoetoonies.ca. You can go here to learn all about the different types of fake toonies. That pretty much wraps up this hunt. I didn't bother stopping every single time we had a repeat coin. That would just make for an extremely long video. However, here is the recap of all the coins we found in 65 rolls. If you enjoyed this type of content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment below.